Two new polls about impeachment out this morning after weeks of public hearings. So the big question, of course, what do they show? CNN senior politics writer and analyst Harry Enten is here to break down the numbers for us. This Fox poll especially getting a lot of attention this morning.
Yeah, you know why. Obviously, the president loves Fox.
And there's also a CBS poll that says roughly the same thing.
Roughly the same thing, right? So impeach him, that slide we had before, 46% say yes.
Things here. One is you point out very static.
Very, 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 very static. You could set your watch for this. Split on
The second thing we don't have a number for, but you can write it on the screen if you want. And I asked you earlier this morning, what was the high water mark for impeaching and removing Bill Clinton?
Yeah, so the high water mark on that one, let's see if I can do it, 38. Consistently running about 10 points ahead.
I just think people need to keep that in mind here. We talk about these polls not moving, but they're not moving from a very high point, historically
That's exactly right. The only person who ever had impeach remove numbers like this was Nixon. Obviously, then he got higher, and then he got removed from office.
There's also the question about, so it was very broad, right? Impeachment, what should be done? Should he be impeached? And then what should be done afterwards? Now we're talking more specifically about what the president about the president's conduct, what has happened here, and the articles of impeachment.
Right, so in that Fox News poll, they asked, has clear pluralities, if not in the case of abused power of his office, clear majority.
They've decided on the president's conduct. They don't like it. The Republicans will suggest to an extent that Democrats are on trial here for how they're handling this process. And the verdict says?
So this is an interesting one. Who is better at Washington gamesmanship?
Their way. And you could have people say that's right. The president isn't as good because you know what? He's an outsider. And so he's learning to do this a different way. So there's always something in there.
Look, there's always something the president can go after. But, one other way I sort of would put it this, this is all about why did the president get in trouble? I think we can all agree because he's most likely in a general election for held today.
I'd say the Trump campaign would rather have the 7-point margin than the 12 or 16 where it's been in other polls.
But maybe so. It's a little bit lower here for Biden than it was. But again, that's with
a source of particular concern for President Trump.
He's like, these polls are so inaccurate. Oh, my goodness. We can go back and check. Are the Fox News polls accurate or not? 2018 House, the final poll had the Democrats winning
within the margin.
Well within the margin of error. I wish I could be that good in terms of a tire, but I'm just.
You're better. You're well within the margin of error on
Thank
those
you so much. Isn't he so nice?
All right, thank you very much.
I love your bromance.
So breaking overnight. The Hallmark Channel is now apologizing and reversing its decision to pull ads showing a same-sex couple kissing at the altar.